It's late 2016 and I am racing my pre-calc teacher. My pre-calc teacher is going around the classroom picking up everybody's homework and I am racing her trying to finish my homework before she picks it up from me. I'm flipping through the pages looking at these questions I need to solve and I realize, bro, I have no idea how to even solve any of these problems. So I ask my friend who's sitting next to me, I tell him, bro, can I look at your answers real quick? I need to finish this homework. And he says, yeah, bro, I got you. So I finish out my homework. As soon as I finish the last question, that's when my teacher comes and collects my homework. And I log into Power School the next day to check what grades I got. And I see that I got an 88% on my homework, which isn't bad considering I finished it in 2 minutes before it was time to turn in my homework. Why did I do my homework so late? Why didn't I do it at home? Well, it's because Black Ops 3 just came out the other week and it's double XP weekend. It's double weapon XP weekend. The more I play the game right now, I'm going to get twice the level of XP. So why am I going to spend my time doing homework? Why am I going to study for some pre-calc exam? Why am I going to do any of that? I want to play Black Ops 3. I want to go and grind this game as fast as possible. And that's exactly what I did. I think within the first month of playing this game, I went from level 1 to not master prestige, level 3 prestige. Because I knew if I spent time doing my homework, I wouldn't have time to play this game. And if I don't have time to play this game, then I can't be better than everybody else I play the game with. You know what I mean? So I had to choose, do I want to do my homework at home or do I want to do my homework at school so I have more time for myself? And I chose the latter. If we're being 100% honest, telling yourself you don't have any time is absolutely cope. You have time. Everybody has time. You just choose to spend it on different things. Do you realize that you're always going to be busy your whole life? When I was 16, 17 years old, I was busy playing Black Ops 3. I was busy watching FaZe Clan's videos, bro. FaZe Rain's videos, FaZe Apex's videos. I was busy fapping 3 times a day. So how can I have time for all these? But then I'd make excuses that I don't have time to go to the gym because I have to walk there. I don't have a car. And walking takes 20 minutes. So I'll walk there, go to the gym, and then I'll be so tired I don't even want to walk back the extra 20 minutes. So it's I'm just going to stay home. I'll do one push-up a day or something. Back then, I was saying I don't have time to work out. I was saying I don't have time to go to the gym. Fast forward to 2024 and I'm still making the same excuses saying I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to take my mom to Walmart because I have to focus on my studies. You know what I mean? So you always have you're always going to make these excuses that you don't have time for something. When you truly do have time, you just use your time poorly. Everyone is busy, bro. That's not even an excuse anymore to be using nowadays because everyone is either in school, everyone is either at work, everyone is either working on some sort of side hustle. Everyone is now starting to actually spend their time working out and doing stuff productively with their time, right? So everybody is busy. If you actually care about what it truly matters to you and what you actually want to pursue in life, you will make time for it. It is really that simple. I would do my homework either after class, after my classes are over, or I would do them before my classes start. So that way I'm doing all my homework at school. If obviously I'm not going to be able to do everything at school, right? So the little bit that I do have, I would take it home, but I wouldn't do it right away. I do it's the last thing I would do before I go to sleep is my homework because I would come home and I'd boot up the game. I'd boot up YouTube. I'd boot up something to distract myself from school, distract myself from life. So that way I can actually enjoy doing the stuff that I enjoy doing, which is playing video games and watching YouTube videos. Energy flows where attention goes. So if you're busy focusing on how am I going to escape the Matrix, bro? I need to escape the Matrix in the next 5 years. If that's all you obsess over day in and day out, then you're going to find a way to escape the Matrix, bro. If you spend all your time thinking, how am I going to find a quality partner in my life? That's all you do. You go out interacting with girls all day, every day. You are going to find somebody you're compatible with. If you spend all your time playing video games and eating junk food and stuff, and that's all you care about, then that is all you're going to fill your time with. The way the universe and nature works is that if you have free space, you're going to occupy it with something. Because if you ever, let's say you had a day off from school, it's like a 3-day weekend, that extra day, even though it's like you have nothing to do that day, you're going to fill it with something to do. Space is always going to be occupied with something. You don't ever just take a day off from work, take a day off from school, and just do nothing with your time all day, because you know that if you have this spare time, you might as well use it, right? But you need to think to yourself, what do I want to do with this time? Because currently it is February 13, 2024. This is my first and my last February 13 of this year. I will never get this day back, and I will never relive this day again. Once this day is over, once February 13th, 2024 is over, it's gone forever. It's never coming back. Do you realize that? Do you realize that this day right now, that you might be, you know there's something that you want to do, but you keep making these excuses, telling yourself that you don't have time for it? Well, if you don't have time for it now, you're never going to have time for it in the future. Forget about the future. The future isn't even here yet, and you are thinking about something you want to do way in the future, which is fine. You want to plan out for the future. You want to, think long term. But that does not mean that you're going to completely neglect this present moment, this present time that you currently have, and you're going to occupy it with other irrelevant stuff. Whatever your priorities are, you're going to find time for it. Now, we're all busy, right? We all have the same amount of time in the day, but there are ways for you to maximize the amount of time that you're spending so that you can actually create more time for yourself. Multitasking is one of them. There's this misconception about multitasking. People think they know what multitasking is. We don't. We have like 10 IQ points. So we'll think that we're multitasking when we're doing our homework. And we're also on Instagram at the same time talking to our boys, right? That's not multitasking, bro. That is task switching. You can't comprehend it, but your brain is switching from doing homework to going on Instagram so fast that you can't even notice that you're switching between the two, because your brain's a lot more smarter than you are. So you think that you're multitasking when all you really are doing is just flipping between the tasks, because you're using the same part of your brain for both of them. And what ends up happening is that you're mediocre in both. You're not fully present when you're talking to your friends, and your focus and attention on your homework is down the drain. So that's not multitasking. Multitasking is when you are doing two different activities that are not using the same parts of your brain at the same time. So for example, right, you can go on a walk right now. If you want to read more books, you can listen to audiobooks while you are on a walk. This way you are walking, right, just mindlessly just walking around. You don't really need to use your brain to be walking, because let's be honest, bro, your brain can be on autopilot while you're walking, while you're thinking of other stuff. So if your brain can be on autopilot while you're walking, you can listen to an audiobook while you walk. Let's say you walk for 30 minutes, you've listened to an audiobook for 30 minutes that day, and you've also walked. So that's two birds with one stone. I work out at home, right? So I have my dumbbells in like the other room. I will work out during my rest breaks when I'm like just chilling there, not doing anything. I will go pick a book out and just start reading it for 2 minutes. Put the book down, do my next set. In between sets, I'm literally just reading books, because I realize I want more time in the day. I want to be able to do more in the day than like the average person can get done. And that's how I do it. And you literally can do too if you actually focus, and you focus your time like properly. Another way for you to create more time for yourself is time blocking, where you will essentially just write out, what am I going to do from this hour until this hour, and then you create this list. So this is like an example that I created just now, where it's, let's say from 12 to 8 you are asleep, and then from 8 to 9:30 you are basically just doing deep work. Zero distractions. What is your most important priority? Is it working on your business? Is it doing homework? Is it doing, I don't know, running meetings or something? Whatever it is that's most important to you right now and you need to do it, knock it out first thing in the morning, that's your deep work. Then from 9:30 to 12, this is your gym time and your shower time. So from 12, yeah, from 9:30 to 12, you are only focused on going to the gym. From 12 to 2, that is the time where you are eating your lunch and you're spending time learning, whether that's learning through audiobooks, whether that's learning from podcasts, whether that's learning from actual reading physical books. That is the time that you spend on those activities. From 10, no, from 2 to 10, you have work. And let's say you work at, I don't know, wherever you work at, you work from 2 to 10. That is the time you are at work. Then 10 to 12, that's when you have dinner and you chill. Maybe you watch some documentary about like the savannas in Africa, right? Or you, I don't know, you do crocheting or whatever it is. You know you want to spend time chilling, so you're going to do that after dinner. And then by 12 to 8, you're asleep again, right? Now, when you do this, you realize that, okay, if I actually have a schedule I can stick to, how am I going to fall off and not have time for the things I want to do? Like, this is, of course, obviously this is an example. Like, nobody has this like exact schedule. I made this up like 2 minutes ago. But when you sketch your schedule out like this, you can't mess up. Where do you see time to play video games? Where do you have time to go and watch porn all day? Where do you have, like, you can't say that you don't have time to work out because you literally fit it into your schedule to work out. You can't say that you don't have time to work on your business because now you have time to work on your business. You see what I mean? This is why the school system works. My high school, we had this block scheduling. So I knew from 9:30 to 10:30 or something, bro. I knew I had English this day. I literally I can look at the time, right? It's 12 o'clock right now. I still remember that, okay, at 12:15, if I was still in high school, in 10 minutes, I will be going out to lunch. It literally ingrains into your mind what you're supposed to be doing when you're following this like exact schedule, that you can literally have time for whatever you want to be doing, right? So don't stop making those excuses, bro, saying you don't have time. You have time. You just don't know what to spend it on.